Yo, what's up operators? In the last video, I told you guys that if we hit 500 likes, I'd drop a follow-up with some next level advanced Delta Force mobile tips, and honestly, you guys went crazy. Not only did we hit 500, we smashed it. So today I'm delivering my promise and dropping those secret level pro tips that nobody talks about. If you wanna become that annoying player who everyone hates dying to, this video is for you. So let's kick things off with one of the craziest underrated plays in Delta Force, and it's about Sineva. Now everyone knows Sineva's grapple gun can be used to yank enemies, but here's what most people don't realize. You can actually use the same grapple to pull your knocked teammates to safety. Yeah, that's right. If your teammate's been taken down in a bad spot and you're chilling in cover, just aim your grapple, pull them back, and go for a quick revive without risking your neck. But hey, don't go wild with it just yet. There's a catch. If there's any obstacle in the path, like a rock, wall, or even a railing, the teammate's body will get dropped halfway. So you gotta use it smart. Line up a clean path. This one move can literally save rounds, especially in operation mode when revives really matter. Now let's talk about something that shows up in almost every match but barely anyone pays attention to. That little flag icon you see while capturing or defending an objective. Most players just see it pop up and don't think much of it, but there's real info packed into that tiny icon. That flag actually shows you the balance of power inside the objective zone. If the flag glows more green, good news, your team has more people holding the point. But if those red starts flooding in, that's a big warning sign. It means you're getting outnumbered by the enemy, and no matter how heroic you feel, if they've got more bodies on the point, they'll capture it, even if you're still standing there. So next time you see that red bar climbing, don't sit there in denial. Call out to your squad, hold your position smartly, and wait for reinforcements. Because numbers matter, and if they've got 5 inside and you're the only one vibing on point, you're not holding anything. Let's double down on this because it seriously needs to be said. You don't have to storm the main building every single time there's an objective. I know it's tempting, especially with the big flashy capture this icon sitting on top of the building. But here's the truth, that building is usually a death trap. It's basically a kill box if you go in blindly. Instead, look for the red zone markers on the ground. They form a visible boundary around the objective. If you're inside that red outline, congrats, you're still defending or attacking the point. You don't need to be smack in the middle. In fact, a smart move is to lay prone in a corner or behind cover inside the edge of the zone. You'll still count as part of the fight. And the enemy team? They'll be scrambling around, panicking, trying to figure out where you're hiding. And hey, if you're serious about improving at Delta Force Mobile, I've got a whole playlist just for you. From tips and tricks, settings breakdowns, operator loadouts, and even hidden stuff nobody talks about. It's all there. So after this video, go binge that playlist. Trust me, you'll come out cracked. Let's talk about the guided missile, or as most players call it, the nuke. First of all, if you're new, yeah, it's real. Delta Force Mobile has a straight-up missile strike that wipes half the map. But here's the part most players get confused about. How do you actually know if that big missile is coming from your team or the enemies? So here's the deal. To call it in, you need to go to your score streak wheel. And instead of just tapping it, you gotta drag upwards. That's where the missile strike option appears. Usually after you've racked up enough points, tap that bad boy and watch chaos unfold. But now comes the real tip. How to identify whether the missile is friendly or enemy launched. If it's your team launching the guided missile, you'll hear the in-game announcer say, "Guided missile launched," clear and reassuring. But if you hear only the siren with no voice line, oof, that's bad news. That means it's the enemy who launched it. And bro, I don't care how close you are to the point, run, get out of that zone immediately. The last thing you want is to be part of a 5-man wipe on a hot objective because you didn't know whose missile it was. So yeah, remember that tiny audio cue? It can literally save your life and stop the enemy from snowballing more kills off that one strike. Now for my fellow Stinger mains out there, especially those of you who love pushing up and getting aggressive, this tip is basically a free hack. So here's the play. Go into your class, gadget loadout and equip the medkit. That's it. Just slap on that medkit. Now the magic here is when you combine it with the Hive pistol, which already gives you that little burst of healing after each use. Stack that with your medkit and you've basically got double regeneration. Take a bit of damage, pop the Hive, still low, hit the medkit. You're back in action faster than your enemy can reload. This is perfect for those frontline moments when you're rushing objective clearing rooms, or baiting enemies into making mistakes. You'll be surprised how many times you survive situations where anyone else would have gone straight to the respawn. So yeah, try that combo, Hive Pistol plus Medkit, and thank me later when you walk out of a 1 vs 3 like nothing happened. Now this next tip is for the Stinger users again, and trust me, most people are using this wrong. You've seen that smoke screen ability, right? You press it, it launches a few drones and they dump smoke in one straight line. Pretty basic stuff. That's how most players use it, and that's also why they waste it half the time. Here's the real play. When you activate the smoke screen, don't just tap and forget. Instead, press and hold your shoot button, then move your aim in the direction you want the smoke drones to travel. Boom! Now you've got full control. You can literally draw a curved path with the smoke, do a wide sweep across a choke point, or even drop a full semicircle shield of fog around a capture zone. Whether you're pushing a point, trying to revive a teammate, or escaping with low HP, this advanced use of the smoke screen can turn a bad fight into a clutch play. Alright, this one needs to be said loud and clear. Every team must have at least one recon, and that recon needs to drop their respawn beacon. Like, the moment it's ready, just place it. Don't overthink it. Don't wait until it's too late. Just drop the beacon and give your team a fighting chance. Honestly, there's nothing more frustrating than pushing hard, losing a few fights, and then realizing no one dropped a beacon. Your entire squad is now respawning all the way across the map, and by the time they jog back like they're on a morning walk, the point is long gone. GG. Now look, even if you're not using Recon Operator, you still have options. You can use the score streak version of the beacon, and that thing can literally flip a match. Plant it near a cover area and you've just created a mini respawn hub that keeps pressure on the enemy non-stop. It's such a small detail, but trust me, winning matches often comes down to who had better respawn control, and beacons are a huge part of that. Cineas Shield has gotta be one of the most irritating things to deal with in this game. You know exactly what I'm talking about. That one enemy just pulls out the big shiny riot shield, stomps straight at you like he's invincible, and half your squad's just unloading bullets doing nothing. Well, not today. If you want to actually counter Cineas Shield, there are two ways to do it, and trust me, they work beautifully. First, grab the Luna Operator's arrow, and this is the trick most people overlook. Instead of aiming for his feet or randomly spamming it, just aim straight for the shield. The arrow sticks to it and either breaks the glass or forces Sineva to drop it. And the second he drops that shield, boom, he's wide open for a clean headshot. And that's the second option. If you've got the aim for it, target that tiny glass viewport. It's literally the only weak spot while he's holding the shield. Break that and he's exposed, and shoot him down. So next time you see Sineva sprinting at you like a tank, don't panic. Either Luna arrow his face or pop the glass and end it quick. He's strong, but he ain't untouchable. Here's something most players have zero clue about. Smoke grenades aren't just for blocking vision. They're also the best counter to one of the most annoying things in Delta Force, Uluru's incendiary fire. Now, if you faced Uluru, you know the pain. That fire spreads across the point, forces you out of cover, and cooks your operator like it's barbecue day. But here's the secret. If you're carrying a smoke grenade, you've basically got a portable fire extinguisher in your pocket. The moment you see that flaming mess, just drop your smoke right into it. Within seconds, the smoke actually nullifies the fire. This is especially clutch when defending small rooms or holding single lane choke points where Uluru's flame normally dominates. So if you're ever feeling burnt, don't panic. Just smoke the heat and push in like it never happened. This next one's simple but game changing. Destroy the enemy respawn beacons. Seriously, if you spot one of those lying around in a sneaky corner or behind some cover, don't just walk past it like it's a vending machine. Blow it up immediately. Why? Because that little box is keeping the enemy squad alive. If you let it sit there, they'll just keep respawning right next to your objective over and over again, and suddenly you're wondering how they've taken the point so fast. It's not magic. It's that beacon you ignored. Now, if you're feeling a bit cheeky and in the mood for some trolling, here's the play. Find the beacon, go prone nearby, and just wait. As soon as someone spawns, boom, free kill. Just be aware. Once you pull it off once, they might catch on next time. Still, it's a hilarious strat for short-term chaos. If you're camping a spawn beacon, you have to use a shotgun. There's just something satisfying about one-shotting someone the moment they load in, especially when they were expecting a safe spawn. So yeah, these were just a few of the advanced tips that'll seriously level up your game in Delta Force Mobile. And trust me, there are tons more, but I don't want to overload you all in one go. It's better to learn step by step, master these tricks first, and then we'll move on to the next layer of high IQ plays. I'll be dropping part 2 of the advanced tips real soon, but only if you guys want it. So do me a favor, drop a comment saying Team DFM if you made it this far and you're ready for the next part. Let's see who the real ones are. Until then, keep grinding, keep learning, and I'll catch you in the next one.